Mic check 1 2 1 2. What it do, people? It's your boy Ralph Bottles back with another video. Now check this out. It took about maybe 5 days, 6 days, almost a week for the jury in the XXXTentacion murder case to come up with a verdict. And they finally came up with a verdict, and the verdict has been well, y'all gonna basically see it. The verdict is the verdict, right? But you know, I just want to highlight the points that's in here when it comes to the cuffing of these guys. Okay? And the cuffing of these guys, when I mean by the cuffing, means when they put the handcuffs on these guys. It was no more smiles. It was no more joy. It was no more, just sitting around thinking shit was a game. No, it's not a game no more. You guys have been convicted of murder and robbery, armed robbery that led to a murder. So in the state of Florida, it's a possibility that you guys could get the death penalty. So I just want y'all to take a real good look at this right here, right? Take a real good look at this, right? But this is the reality to all you little gangsters. Let's go. Give it a little time. Y'all know I got a, old system.
All right. The verdicts appear to be in proper form. I'll publish. In the Circuit Court of the 17th Judicial Circuit in Fort Broward County, Florida, the state of Florida versus Dedrick Williams. Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Dedrick Williams.
Okay, this shit's fucking up.
Dedrick Williams, in this case, the defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment.
All right, so we got the first defendant, Dedrick Williams, who was the guy who basically lined this whole robbery up. All right, he lined it all up. He was a setup guy. He was the brains behind it. So Dedrick Williams is now found guilty. And listen, the state of Florida ain't playing no games. As soon as they find you guilty, they pick you right up and say, hey, stand up. Cuff you immediately. Immediately. Let's go.
Dedrick Williams, in this case, the defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment.
Siétate, sir. Siétate. Siétate, sir. You are now headed to state prison. Let's get it.
Count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant, Michael Boatwright, in this case. The defendant is guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment.
Do they have special sound effects for these handcuffs? Because I just love how the handcuffs is clicking like this. Listen to it. Click, 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 click. These boys going up the river. Up the river.
Michael Boatwright actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the...
Now see, Buddy right here, right? Buddy right here, he's the actual trigger man, So that's why they gonna detail it and let you know that this guy's the actual trigger man. He's the guy that took XXXTentacion up out of here. He was the guy that decided that no, the robbery wasn't enough. No, me rolling up on this dude with 4 dudes with me, 3 other dudes with me. That's not enough. To XXXTentacion, the dude that was with him, that nigga turned into Usain Bolt. He turned into Usain Bolt. He got up out of there. So it was actually 4 on 1, bro. And you decided to pull the trigger. That's why they're going to detail every coward move you made right here. Let's listen. I want to listen to every coward move the judge said you made. Hold on. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually inflict death to Jose Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes. Count 2. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant Michael Boatwright in this case. The defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually possess a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually...
See how they frying him? You see how they detailing everything? Because he was the trigger man. See, everybody else around him was just casualties of war. You know, the other guys didn't know that he was gonna pull that trigger. So at the end of the day, Boatwright, he has to be singled out as the guy, because Boatwright is the guy that pulled the trigger. Boatwright is the guy who decided what Williams and Newsom future would be, because he pulled the trigger on a simple robbery. Let's go.
Discharge a firearm? Yes. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Michael Boatwright actually inflict death to Jose Onfroy as a result of discharging a firearm in his possession? Yes. Verdict, count 1. We, the jury, find as follows as to the defendant Trayvon Newsom in this case.
Ooh, that boy family got a little bit of change. That boy family got some change. Look at his suit. Listen, to be found guilty of murder, there's no other suit that I would want to wear other than this one right here. This boy family, man, y'all should have been doing this for this nigga before he decided to put his fucking whole life on the line for $50,000. Let's go.
Guilty of murder in the first degree as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Trayvon Newsom...
Click, click. You hear that click? That click is different. Do you hear that click? That click is different.
During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Trayvon Newsom actually...
That click hit different.
Count 2, we the jury find as follows as to the defendant Trayvon Newsom in this case. The defendant is guilty of armed robbery as charged in the indictment. During the course of the crime committed, did the defendant Trayvon Newsom actually possess a firearm? Yes. So say we all, this 20th day of March 2023 at Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, Florida, signed by the foreperson. You decide which wish the jurors poll.
Yes, Judge. Yes, Your Honor. Yes, sir.
Madam Clerk, you'll poll the jury.
Yes. Juror 1, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 5, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 8, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 10, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 12, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 3, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 4, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 7, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 6, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 9, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
Juror 2, are these your verdicts?
Yes.
And juror 11.
See the prosecution right there? That listen, that sister, I gotta look her up and see what her name is. But that sister, she worked hard. She worked hard on this case. I mean, she went all the way in. You understand me? She went all the way in. That sister right there with them slick down sideburns. Oh, she worked hard. She that's why she's sitting there like this. Yeah, we got him. Let's go.
Yes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your time and consideration of this case. I also wish to advise you of some very special privileges that are enjoyed by jurors. No juror can ever be required to talk about the discussions that occurred in the jury room, except by court order. For many centuries, our society has relied upon juries for consideration of difficult cases. We've recognized for hundreds of years that a jury's deliberations, discussions, and votes should remain their private affair as long as they wish it. Therefore, the law gives you a unique privilege not to speak about the jury's work. Although you are at liberty to speak with anyone about your deliberations, you're also at liberty to refuse to speak with anyone. A request may come from those who are simply curious or from those who might seek to find fault with you. It will be up to you to decide whether or not to preserve your privacy as jurors. And with that said, on behalf of the 17th Circuit, the state of Florida, all the parties, again, I want to thank you for your time and attention and the sacrifice you made in being with us these many days. I know you heard at the beginning of the jury selection and when I excused many of the other potential jurors how serious I take jury service and how important it really is. Short of service in our armed forces, there is no higher call for citizen work than to come in and give your time and to become the judges of the facts. So again, it is with my deep appreciation for your time and sacrifice in being with us. I do have for you these certificates of appreciation suitable for framing, they tell me. I don't know that anyone actually frames these. However, you might want to hang on to these certificates for at least 12 months. If you get called in for jury service.
This nigga giving out awards. He's giving out awards for finding these guys guilty. Listen, Judge, I ain't mad at you. He said, hey, I'm going to give y'all some certificates for your good work and your participation.
12 months, these certificates will show that you fulfilled your civic obligation and are exempted from jury service for 12 whole months. 12 months and 1 day, they're not going to work anymore, and we'll be happy to have you back. But in any event, again, I do want to thank you for your time and attention. I'm going to present you with these, and with that, you will be free to go.
My man jumped up, right? My man jumped up and said, listen, this took a long time. I'm going to play me some golf. You understand me? I'm going to give me some good whiskey. I'm going to play me some golf. I'm going to do what I do. You understand me? Y'all took a week and a half to come up with a guilty verdict. He's sitting there. He's just like the guy who snitched on everybody. He's now having a sign of relief because he could leave this case. He could leave this case alone. Walk away and say, hey, God damn it, y'all finally did it. It took him a week and a half for a guilty verdict. Listen. There she go, y'all. There she go. Yeah, she worked hard for this. She worked hard for this. You understand me? She put them boys on a plate. And with that being said, it's your boy Ralph Bottles, man. Listen, check this out, man. 50 years to life or either death is not worth $50,000. You understand me? Now, I know a lot of people say, hey, $50,000 could change my life, but it's not. Okay? So make wise decisions in life. You understand me? These young men are now a product of the system because they chose to, rob somebody of the. Listen, I don't want nothing I didn't earn. You understand me? I don't even want a sandwich if I didn't earn it. I don't want nothing if I didn't earn it. Okay? You got to earn your bag, earn your money. Okay? That's how life goes. And when you do sucker shit like this, When you see niggas getting to the bag and you running out here trying to rob niggas and all that shit like that, and you trying to rob people, other people of their belongings that they worked hard for, this is the outcome. No more smiling when you on Rikers Island. It's your boy Ralph Bottles, man. Y'all make sure y'all have a good one. Peace. Peace. Peace.